the entrepreneur. Living with your parents at 30 is actually highly common, with over 12 adults in their early 30s sharing a roof with their parents. Driven by soaring housing costs and economic realities, it's widely embraced as a financial strategy rather than a personal failure through its required navigating specific social and personal boundaries. So what does that actually mean? Well, I think if you're living at home with your parents, it's not really your fault. It is your fault if you actually stay with your parents. So a lot of people are like, what happened to you? What actually went terribly wrong? Or what was like the catastrophe that like made you like end up here? Well, the economy is in a free fall right now with this hyperinflation and everything costs too much money. It's not really your fault that you're being, that you still live with your parents. Now, if you're wondering where I am, I'm in Dave & Buster's right now. It's pretty chill. I got a non-alcoholic drink here. Yeah, I get non-alcoholic because I have to drive home. I'm probably going to drive to another restaurant because right now I'm out around like Philly right now. So like it's pretty cool. I might go to another like steakhouse or something like that and like record over there, but we'll see. But a lot of like the economy and stuff like that, they're actually saying that this is like the new normal. So I'm like, what kind of normal is that you? What kind of normal is that you live with your parents? But multi-generational living is increasingly popular. About 1 in 3 American adults between 18 and 34 live at home, and the percentage of 30 to 34-year-olds living with their parents has actually grown significantly over the last decade. Like I said, it's not really your fault if you can't afford to live. And even managers can't afford to live nowadays. So they'll be paid like $20, $25 an hour. It's crazy out here. You can't even afford to live. So you can literally make $25 an hour and means absolutely nothing, fucking nothing in your life. And it's not really the fault of anybody, but you know what? I'll say it's kind of fault of, I'll say, the rich people, because they're like, why is this actually happening to us? Number one, it's the rich people controlling the entire economy, like it's a monopoly board. And if you think about like what a monopoly board actually is, a monopoly board is where, imagine you're at a table and there's a bunch of money and it's like a monopoly board, right? You have ones, you have tens, you have fives, you have 25s, you have like all that, right? Now, get this, who really wins in this? The people that can claim the most properties. Now, what happens if they don't sell the properties? That's actually what's happening right now. So, like, no one's actually selling their properties, and they're like, why are you still living with your parents? Well, maybe it's not my goddamn fault that that's actually happening. But they say the new normal. So let me actually read you what this actually means. And you, bro, like the video since we're 3 minutes in. You wanted more blocks and stuff like that. That's why I'm here at Dave & Buster's. I couldn't get food at the other cafeteria, so that's why I'm here. The rising rates. Multi-generational living is increasingly popular. About 1 in 3 American adults between 18 and 34 years old are actually living with their parents, and it's grown significantly for the past decade. Economic pressures. Stagnation, wages, spiking rents, making moving out unaffordable. For many, renting an apartment can often swallow a young professional's entire salary, making a critical lifeline for avoiding debt. So this actually makes me kind of nervous for the next generation. And what's the next generation? Beta or Generation Alpha? These young lads or young ladies that can't figure it out at all. And someone actually asked me the question. I was like, I don't have a adult job yet. I'm like, it's not your fault that you don't have an adult job, because the economy is like, I wouldn't say it's completely fucked, but it's kind of really actually completely fucked. But a lot of things in life are completely fucked. But I'm not trying to go on a rant about that right now. So, I mean, you just have to deal with it. You know how, like, these, like, let's just imagine, like, the famous YouTubers and stuff, like the drive the Lamborghinis and stuff. How did they start their career? They started at the bottom like you and me. But the thing is, that time has passed. Now it's much harder to be a YouTuber, much harder to be a TikToker, much harder to be Instagram, even though my Instagram post got 13,000 shares yesterday. And I just checked, it has 350,000 views on it.